Ever sold something for a quick buck only to see it explode in value later? You're not alone. Today we reveal history's biggest cash-in-too-early moments. Stick around and we might just show you how to avoid the same fate with a bonus tip at the end. We've all been there. You're cleaning out the garage, overflowing with childhood relics and questionable fashion choices. Maybe you find a dusty box of old toys or comic books. You think, who on earth would want this? Well, in 1978, a man named Gary Dahl decided to sell pet rocks. Yes, rocks. He packaged them in fancy boxes with breathing holes, because you know, rocks need to breathe. And somehow, this bizarre idea took off. Millions of pet rocks flew off shelves, making Gary a millionaire. Even though the craze only lasted a year, imagine all those people who scoffed at the idea, only to see their neighbors turn a tidy profit. Now, let's shift gears and talk about some serious missed opportunities. The year is 1975. Kodak, the undisputed giant of photography, is sitting pretty. They practically invented the film industry, and everyone uses their cameras. But then, a rumor starts swirling, something called digital photography. Kodak executives scoffed. A fad, they declared. They chose not to invest in this newfangled technology. Fast forward to today. Digital cameras reign supreme, and Kodak, they filed for bankruptcy in 2012. A company that could have revolutionized the entire industry missed the boat entirely. Now, if you thought that was brutal, wait for what we've got for you in store, starting off from a $700 million pizza. Yes, you heard that right. Back in 2010, Bitcoin was a fledgling cryptocurrency, a gamble on a new kind of digital money. On May 22nd of that year, Laszlo Hanyecz, a programmer and early Bitcoin believer, craved pizza. But instead of reaching for his wallet, he turned to the Bitcoin Talk forum with a proposition: 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 large pizzas. At the time, 10,000 Bitcoin translated to a mere $41. Today, that same amount would fetch a staggering $700 million. While the exact toppings remain a mystery, estimates suggest the pizzas themselves wouldn't have broken the bank, somewhere around $30. The real cost? A massively missed opportunity. Hanyecz's story is one of grave regret, however. He viewed the transaction as a way to promote Bitcoin's real-world use. It became a landmark moment, now celebrated as Bitcoin Pizza Day. While Hanyecz may not have profited directly, his early adoption played a role in Bitcoin's journey to becoming a global phenomenon. While Apple's historic $1 trillion valuation is a story of immense success, it also highlights a remarkable case of cashing in too early. Ronald Wayne, the lesser-known third co-founder alongside Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, held a crucial role in Apple's infancy. He brought experience and stability, even drafting the company's initial agreement. However, concerns about personal liability and the fledgling company's debts led Wayne to a life-altering decision. Just 12 days after Apple's formation, he sold his 10% stake for a mere $800. Today, that stake would be worth over $95 billion. Despite the missed fortune, Wayne maintains he doesn't regret leaving. He felt out of place amongst the younger, more energetic Jobs and Wozniak. He even jokes that staying might have made him the richest man in the cemetery. Ironically, his one regret stems from his Apple days. He once held onto the original company agreement, a historical document. Unfortunately, for just $500, he sold it in the 90s. Years later, it fetched a staggering $1.59 million at auction. Ronald Wayne's story serves as a reminder: the future is uncertain, and even calculated decisions can have unforeseen consequences. Imagine yourself in the heady days of 1999. The dot-com boom is in full swing, and Excite, a major web portal, is surfing the wave of internet euphoria. Excitement, pun intended, is high, with new tech companies popping up everywhere. Then a knock on the door disrupts your board meeting. It's not another flashy portal or social media darling. It's 2 unassuming Stanford students with a revolutionary little search engine called Google. This wasn't just any search engine, mind you. Google offered a glimpse into the future of web navigation, a far cry from the clunky search options of the time. But here's the kicker. they were willing to sell their fledgling company for a mere $1 million. Now, $1 million back then wasn't pocket change, but for a company like Excite, it was a drop in the bucket compared to the potential windfall. However, CEO George Bell wasn't convinced. He saw Google as just another upstart, and the price tag seemed a bit steep. Negotiations ensued, with Google even dropping their asking price to $750,000. Still, Excite remained hesitant. Perhaps they saw Google as a niche player, or maybe they simply couldn't envision the transformative power of search in the digital age. Whatever the reason, their decision proved disastrous. Excite passed on the opportunity, and Google went on to conquer the world. Meanwhile, Excite's own fortunes took a nosedive. Unable to keep pace with the changing internet landscape, they filed for bankruptcy in 2001. Excite's story highlights the importance of recognizing potential and seizing opportunities, even when they come in unexpected packages. $1 million might have seemed like a hefty price tag in 1999, but in hindsight, it was a golden ticket Excite tragically let slip through their fingers. Our next story hits a little closer to home for those of us who rely on budgeting apps. It involves Aaron Patzer, the founder of Mint.com, a revolutionary personal finance tool that changed the game for managing money online. At the young age of 28, Patzer struck gold. He sold Mint.com to the financial giant Intuit for a staggering $170 million in 2009. Let's be honest, that's an achievement most of us can only dream of. But here's where the cashing in too early theme kicks in. Just 18 months after the sale, the tech industry was booming. Companies like Mint.com, with their innovative and user-friendly interfaces, were experiencing explosive growth. Experts believe a conservative 5-fold increase in value wouldn't have been unrealistic. Do the math. $170 million multiplied by 5 equals a whopping $850 million. Suddenly, that initial $170 million payday doesn't look quite as minty fresh. Now, it's important to acknowledge that hindsight is always 20/20. Predicting the future of a company, especially in a fast-paced industry like tech, is no easy feat. Patzer secured a life-changing sum at a young age, and there's no shame in that. However, his story does offer a valuable lesson. Sometimes, a seemingly lucrative offer might not be the ultimate payday. The potential for future growth, especially in a rapidly evolving market, can be significant. Patzer himself went on to found Vital Software, an AI startup, in 2017. Here's hoping his AI can help him, and maybe all of us, avoid those potentially regrettable cash-in-too-early decisions in the future. Imagine yourself back in 2003, a college student brimming with ideas and ambition. You, along with your friend, stumble upon a concept that could revolutionize the way people connect. This was the reality for Eduardo Saverin, a co-founder of Facebook alongside Mark Zuckerberg. Saverin, with his $15,000 investment, became Zuckerberg's first business partner, playing a crucial role in launching the Facebook.com, as it was called then. However, their partnership wasn't destined for social media glory. Disagreements over direction and control led to a messy split. Zuckerberg, famously depicted in The Social Network, sought to reduce Saverin's stake in the company. Legal maneuvers ensued, and by July 2004, Saverin's ownership was significantly reduced, from around 30% to just 3 million common shares. But Saverin wouldn't go down without a fight. A 2016 lawsuit resulted in a significant boost to his holdings, bringing his shares up to 53 million. Then came Facebook's highly anticipated IPO, skyrocketing his net worth to a staggering $5.8 billion. Today, Saverin resides comfortably in Singapore as a successful venture capitalist, with a net worth exceeding $10 billion. While losing a significant chunk of Facebook ownership undoubtedly stung, Saverin's story ultimately highlights the unpredictable nature of early-stage ventures. Did he cash out too early? Technically, yes. But in the grand scheme of things, his initial investment and unwavering resolve turned into a life-changing windfall. Saverin's tale serves as a reminder. Even in the cutthroat world of tech startups, there can be happy endings, even if the path is paved with legal battles and broken friendships. Now in the beginning we mentioned a secret strategy to help you avoid cashing in too early. Well, it boils down to two key ingredients: patience and a well-defined strategy. The market is a roller coaster. Don't get spooked by short-term dips. A long-term view allows you to ride out the bumps and potentially reach your investment goals. But patience alone isn't enough. Craft a strategy that aligns your investments with your goals. Regularly monitor the company's performance and market trends. If the company's vision no longer aligns or the risk outweighs the potential reward, it might be time to re-evaluate. Remember, exiting an investment is a big decision. Make it based on research, not fear. By understanding when and why to pull out, you'll be better equipped to make informed choices and achieve your financial objectives. Are there any tech giants or startups in your life right now that you believe could be the next Facebook or Bitcoin? Will you hold on to those shares, or will you be tempted by a guaranteed payout today? Consider subscribing for good luck so that you don't end up in the cash out too early Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching.